Hi, I'm Tanya, and this is my sister Kiki, and we're the authors of a kid's book about Alzheimer's.
We're really excited to share this book with you today and hope that it helps you on your journey with your loved one who has Alzheimer's. Before we get into the book, I wanted to read on the back cover, it has what's inside. So this is a bit about what the book is about. Alzheimer's can be a big and scary sounding word, especially if you know someone who has it. It's a disease that affects every part of daily life and impacts everyone, those who have it and the people who love them. This book lets kids know what Alzheimer's is, what it can look like, as well as offers support and encouragement for kids and for grown-ups who love someone with Alzheimer's. A little bit about Tanya and I. We're very large advocates for Alzheimer's disease. We were personally impacted when our grandmother came diagnosed with this disease, and you're going to learn a bit about our journey, about our family, and we hope that this provides you with comfort and helps you. So without further ado, we're going to get going.
A kid's book about Alzheimer's. Better Together. This book is best read together, grown up and kid.
So on our dedication page, we wanted to dedicate this to our mom, Elaine, to the best Papu in the world, Peter, Tanya's husband, Nick, for their endless support throughout the years. We couldn't do anything without them, and they're our #1 cheerleaders in life, and we would be nowhere without them. We also wanted to send a very special gratitude to our friends and family who constantly encourage and support our advocacy. Thank you. This book's for everyone.
Intro. If you're reading this book, it's probably because Alzheimer's disease personally impacts you or someone you know. Trust us, we know this can be a weighty topic, and the amount of uncertainty that comes with this disease feels endless. The fact that you are here means you care about the disease and the people impacted by it. We want you to know that you are not alone. Talking to your kids about Alzheimer's may seem tricky because there is no one-size-fits-all answer to all of their questions. We hope this book helps you navigate those unknowns and recognize that you are part of a support system spanning millions of people experiencing what you are living through today.
Hi, my name is Kiki.
And my name is Tanya. We're sisters and best friends.
We're both funny and stubborn. We're passionate people and very loud. We both love to dance and cook. We also love to travel, especially to Greece, because that's where our family is from. Part of our Greek culture is being super close with your family. This means growing up, we were with our aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents all of the time. It was the best. We were especially close with our grandma, Yaya in Greek, and grandpa, Papu. They met and got married in Greece, which is a really cute story, but that's for another time. And then they immigrated to Chicago to start a new life and pursue their dreams.
Our Yaya was the matriarch of our family. This means she was the head of our family. She was loving, she had great skin, and she was very stylish. We actually still wear some of her clothes and accessories. She was so smart. Yaya didn't speak any English when she first came to America, but she watched TV and read books and magazines to teach herself. Yaya always had snacks for us, even if we hadn't eaten that long ago. Greek grandparents always make sure you're fed. She would cook and bake for days before big holidays, and her food was absolutely delicious. We loved her so much, and we felt lucky to live so close to her and Papu. They were like a second set of parents to us, and they loved each other a lot.
But one day, Yaya had a hard time remembering who Papu was. And that's when we knew something was wrong. It happened so fast. It felt like we went to bed one night, woke up, and our whole world had changed. We didn't know it at the time, but Yaya had Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a disease that causes problems with memory, thinking, and behavior, and it can impact every aspect of daily life. Maybe you've heard of Alzheimer's or the term dementia before, or maybe this is all new to you. Dementia is a general term for loss of memory, language, and other thinking abilities. Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia. Alzheimer's is a specific disease, while dementia is not. Alzheimer's cannot be prevented or cured or slowed down yet. Alzheimer's is also not only an older person's disease, though a lot of people think it is.
Alzheimer's is really hard to diagnose because everybody's experience is so different. No two people have Alzheimer's the exact same way. Our sharp, loving, caring Yaya quickly started to change. She became emotional, sad, upset, and scared. She grew aggressive over time. She would misplace and hide things. She often didn't know where she was, especially at night. She forgot how to bake, cook, dress herself, and speak English. And the hardest thing for all of us was that she forgot Papu. It's like she became a totally different person, and her whole personality changed. When someone develops Alzheimer's, it can also mean getting lost in a familiar neighborhood, not remembering how to drive a car, no longer wanting to do work or spend time with loved ones, facing challenges in planning or solving problems, having difficulty with speaking, reading, and writing, forgetting names and important dates, misplacing things and not be able to think back to find them. Everyday things like teeth brushing become really hard. Feeling confused about time and place, like not knowing what day it is. Experiencing sensory overload, which is when all 5 of someone's senses are activating at the same time in a way that feels overwhelming.
Listen, Alzheimer's is hard. The thing about Alzheimer's is that it affects everybody, the person who has it and all of the people who love them. Taking care of Yaya was sad, lonely, scary, and frustrating. While it was one of the hardest parts of our lives, making sure that Yaya felt comfortable and loved was one of the most important things we've ever done, because she always did that for us. Okay, that was a lot. You probably have questions. We had tons of them. Questions like, when someone has Alzheimer's, are they a different person? Do they still love me? Am I still important to them? What can I do to help?
We don't have all of the answers. Everything about Alzheimer's is complicated and hard, and it is difficult to understand. But we learned a lot taking care of Yaya that we'd like to share with you. First, Alzheimer's disease is what the person has. It's not the person themselves. The person you know is still there, but how they feel and act toward you and others is changed by the disease they have. Second, they will say things and do things that aren't like they used to, and sometimes that can make you feel scared or confused. They are scared and confused too, and they absolutely do not mean to hurt you or to make you sad. Third, it's important to remember that while they look the same on the outside, their brain is changing on the inside. But just because they don't remember you or your name doesn't mean that they don't love you.
Our relationship with Yaya changed when she developed Alzheimer's. She took care of us our whole lives, and then we were taking care of her. Each person's experience with Alzheimer's and how their family handles it is unique. There isn't one right way to best care for someone with Alzheimer's or a related dementia. Try the best that you can. If you feel scared or angry or lonely, that's totally normal. Some days will be harder than others, and your best is the best that you can do. Go along with how your person sees and experiences the world. We spent a lot of time trying to help Yaya remember, but what was more helpful was to just listen and be present with her. Above all, keep them safe, comfortable, and most importantly, love them. Know that you aren't alone in caring for your person with Alzheimer's. Ask for help and extra support from the people you love. And check out all of the great Alzheimer's resources available online. We also have we've put some in this book to help you, so you can reach out to those resources as well.
Alzheimer's is so tough. It can get really easy to forget the great memories you've had with the person who has it. But we think of Yaya's warmth, passion, strength, and bravery, and we share her story. So we never forget who she was before getting Alzheimer's.
So that was the book. We wanted to read the outro. Now that we've read this story, and now that you've heard our story and learned about our family's experience with Alzheimer's, we hope that it reassures you that you're not alone in what you are experiencing. And we hope that you find solace in what we've shared. We wrote this book to aid in breaking down the stigma that surrounds Alzheimer's and related dementias. Alzheimer's is not a normal part of aging, and it is not just an older person's disease. It is completely normal to feel scared, angry, sad, and every emotion in between. We know we did. We learned that the best thing you can do is try to be your best to ensure that your loved one is safe and cared for, and never forget how much they love you. They may have a hard time remembering your name, or they may act in ways that are completely outside of their usual behavior. But the love that they have for you will never be taken away by this disease. Thank you.